Hey you guys, what's up? It's Sarah in Dallas here. I wanted to do a plant room tour of Dallas's room because I have so many plants in here, and honestly you guys, they're doing really good, so I just wanted to show them off to you guys and just kind of show you how I have my setup, because I don't think I've actually done a plant room tour. I haven't actually done a plant tour. I know I've done like a sunroom porch tour of what plants I have, but I haven't gone through and just showed you guys like an entire room and what I have going on. So that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy it and let me know what you think. All right, so first up in my baby's room, this basically takes up the whole wall, is this insanely huge monstera. I did just give it a drink, so it should perk up some. It is reaching for the light, but I am absolutely obsessed with this plant. Like, just take a look at the size, okay? It sticks out like crazy, and I know that I am going to have to move this one very soon because right now Dallas is just starting to crawl around and yank on things, and yeah, this is not going to be able to stay in here, but I absolutely love it. Like the size and everything, it's just, I don't know, it's a total statement piece, and I just love this plant. I do have it tied up with this little dog trellis. It's like an outside trellis, and it's holding on for dear life. This thing is crazy massive, and it is got these really big, I guess it isn't the way to properly say it, but it has these really crazy long aerial roots, and they're just growing everywhere all the way down into the carpet. And yeah, I have it in this little basket. I got this little basket from Kirkland's, this little planter. This leaf right here is kind of turning, so it's looking like, you know, it's gonna go, but overall this plant is really big and really happy, and I've struggled for a really long time with monsteras, and I just could not figure out their watering or what they needed. This one did used to live in a corner, which you guys will see it has a bunch of other plants over there, and I had to move it, so it is reaching a lot for the light. So I'm probably going to end up moving this possibly in my living room. Maybe I have a corner in our living room where we normally put our Christmas tree. I'm thinking about moving it there, or the laundry room. I don't know which one yet, okay? That's one of the two spots because it is so big, but I do think it would appreciate if I put a grow light just, you know, up above it. But since I know I'm going to be moving it out soon, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, because I do think it needs a little bit more light than it's getting because it is not getting much from the windows, but it's still living. But yeah, it's definitely a hazard in here, and he's like rolling all over the place, and I really just don't want him to pull this thing over. And it's really like wobbly. It's not stable because this huge long branch hangs over the edge. It needs to be in like a ceramic planter or something like that, or in a safe space where no children can pull it over. But my dog did this. It does have this one injury. He was trying to scratch his butt on this thing, and he ripped the leaf. But besides that, it's really just, I don't know, it's so beautiful and happy. And this is what made me love monsteras. I never really loved monsteras before, and this one was so small and struggling for so long. I think that's why I appreciate it that much more. But anyways, we're going to go to the other side of the room, and I'm going to have to shut all these blinds because it's so backlit. You're not going to be able to see the plant. So let me do that first, and then I can show you all the other plants that I have in here because they're just loving it. We're going to shut the blinds because, yeah, it's so backlit. All right, and let me get this adjusted. So here we are on this corner of my baby's bedroom, and I'm going to show you guys all the plants that I have in here. First up is going to be this Hoya Chelsea. I did fertilize it, and I need to rinse the leaves off. It left a bunch of spots all over the leaves, But overall, this plant is really happy. I did struggle with this one for a while. I kept thinking it had some type of like fungus or something. I sprayed it with fungicide. I don't know. It's doing a lot better, and the new growth doesn't seem to have any of the little funky brown spots. I'm not sure what it was caused from, but look, those two little baby leaves are so cute. But yeah, it's getting crazy. It's getting so long, and I don't know. I just love this Hoya. I love how big and thick the leaves are. So he is definitely a beauty. Okay, next up I have this Bilobata or DS70. I can't remember the difference. I do know Jacqueline's Jungle put out a video like telling the differences, so you can look back on that if you want to know. I can't remember which this is, so I just always call it my Bilobata. But it's doing all right, I guess. It's not doing the best. I felt like I had underwatered it a little bit. It looks good now, but it did lose quite a few leaves. And here's another little dead leaf. This one is blooming, like constantly blooming. It drops blooms all over the floor all the time. I have to vacuum like so much because of the bloom. So let me show you. It does have a bloom right here. And it is sun stressed. You can see all those cute little purple leaves. So here is one of its blooms. Let me get it to focus. Here is what its blooms look like, and they do smell like butterscotch. I don't think they smell like butterscotch. I don't like the smell. And I can just walk past his bedroom and this will smell like his whole bedroom, or it gives it a smell. It's a very distinct smell. But anyways, the blooms are really cute. But yeah, it's constantly blooming. Every end of this thing constantly has little blooms, and they drop, and then this is what it looks like. So yeah, it's so dang cute though, and it's just constant. I don't know why. Okay, I really do not know why. I think it has to do with me underwatering it a little bit. But yeah, it's constantly putting out little peduncles and blooming and dropping its little blooms. So yeah, they're really pretty though. And hey, if it wants to do that, I'm gonna let it do its thing. Okay, and I do just have it kind of I have all my plants kind of rigged up. Okay, I need to figure out a system where I can hook them better instead of just having the plastic hooks on here. I was watching Kelly's Hoyas, and she got those like metal baskets from I think like the Dollar Tree, and she has her hanging plants in those, and it has a really good area where you can just like hook another plant to it right below it, so it looks like way nicer than this. This is just what works for me, and this is how I've always had it, and it doesn't really bother me. I also have them hanging from chains. It's just what it is, so I'm just gonna keep doing it for now until I decide to, you know, move it or change things up. All right, so next up I have my donkey's tail. And this one is really beautiful. I'm gonna just try to turn it a little bit. It's so fragile. If you bump it at all, the beans will come off, but it's loving life in this window as well. It had a little bloom, but I got this one a long time ago. I did some kind of like challenge with some other YouTubers. It was like $20, 20 under 20. What can you find for $20? And this was actually $20, which is so surprising. But yeah, it's loving life, so he's doing good. And then I just have this little macrame hanging on him from a hook, and down below is a Scindapsus exotica, and this one's doing good as well. I love this one, silvery leaf, like it's so silvery. I did kind of have a little bat of underwatering in here, so some of them are dropping leaves. Like this leaf right here's, you know, it's dying off, but overall they kind of came back. I feel like I didn't let them go too long. Okay, they're okay, but yeah, you can tell which side is facing the window. It's just so happy. I guess let's just move on over to the right. I do not like this pot that it's in. Okay, yes, the pot is ugly, okay, but it's the only one I had that fit it, and it is loving this corner. Like, it is growing so tall and crazy. This Sansevieria was not this big at all until I put it in here. And yeah, it's just so easy. It's loving life. And I feel like it just fills this corner out perfectly. So I just have these little tray tables, which again, I'm probably going to end up having to move these once he gets, you know, moving around. We're going to have to change a bunch of things. But I have some of my favorite things on here. Okay, this right here, my Splendid, is loving life in this window. I need to give it a bigger stake, which I'm probably going to do that today. I'm going to be putting him on a plank, but let's just turn him around and just show you guys. Look at, you guys, the velvetyness. Like, I cannot. This is like my favorite plant right now. It really is. So we're going to be putting him on a plank. I actually, this is his little projector thing, have this pot right here, and I have a plank. I'm thinking about just putting him up in this corner right here, and this is where he's going to live so he doesn't, you know, come out of this window. It stays in the same spot. So I just need to take the time to do it. But yeah, the older ones, there's some like damage and stuff on them, but the newer leaves look really good, and it has just pushed out these 2 leaves since I had it. So yeah, I need to go ahead and just give it a little pull in the meantime because it's pushing out another leaf. So he is really happy here, and it's got these beautiful like reddish backs, especially when the leaves are new. So he's doing good. So next up is this Crimson Queen. Can you believe this is the queen that we put on that hoop? And it has gone so crazy. It's completely loving life. It's looking absolutely beautiful, and the growth is just insane. It's got all these really pretty white leaves on it, and it is just so happy in this window. Honestly, that's why I keep so many plants in here, because they just love the light from these windows. Then I have this starfish, Sansevieria. Oh god. Oh, better not injure my favorite. Here he is, looking good. I bought this one off of Amazon for a real long time ago. I don't know if I've unboxed it on my channel. It was when I was first getting into collecting, and it came with this broken piece. They said I could return it, but I knew it would die. So I decided just to give it a try. And yeah, he's doing really good and is loving life. So I'm going to put him back in his little spot. I just love how crazy he is, and just super easy. So easy. Alright, so moving on over to this side. Here is just what this little corner looks like, and this is where the monstera used to live, in this corner where this little bookcase is, but he does not live there no more. Okay, and it was sticking out. So I guess let me just start with this guy. Okay, so this guy in the corner right here, who just lives in this cute little basket, he was a rescue type deal from one of my other monsteras, and surprisingly he's like come back to life. I'm gonna turn him and see. And he's pushed out a new leaf that has fenestrations, and I don't know, he's doing really good. He loves this corner right here. Sorry, the lighting's bad. And yeah, the leaves, some of them do stick out, but I don't care. We're just careful when you walk by him. I'm leaving him here. He's doing really well. I did give him like a little bit of support. He's got a little bit of support, but yeah, he probably, I don't know, he's gonna need to be moved at some point. The older leaves don't look as good. They're like kind of curly and stuff, but the new leaves are doing really good. And yeah, he's happy. He's happy in this corner for sure. So over here at the top, I just have 2 different crimson princesses, and they are hanging the same way, just from hooks in the joist with some chain or a hook, and they're loving it. Okay, every plant in here is doing really, honestly, really well. This one has a lot of white on him, and he's just, I don't know, I like the white better. This guy right here has more green to him, but he is still pretty. Again, I kind of struggle with a little bit of underwatering, so some of the leaves might not be doing so great, but overall it's gotten better, and I don't know, it's pretty happy. So then right below this guy, I have him hooked up the same way. I don't like the way this pot looks. I wish, I don't know, if I had $1 million, I would invent some stickers that you basically peel and stick and put on pots, but you know, they would have to be shaped a certain way to make the nursery pots look cute, the hanging baskets. But anywho, or like some kind of thing that like stretches over them, something just to make them cute. But this is a Crimson Queen. This is the only other Crimson Queen I have besides the other one in the corner, and it's doing really well. Also, it does need to be hosed off because I had fertilized and it's got a bunch of spots on it, but it's doing really good, and it loves this window. It's done so good since I moved it in here. I don't think it always lived in here. I had it, I think it was on my porch, and once I put it in here, it started putting off this like huge long runner, and it's just, I don't know, it's happy. All right, so this guy right here is a Scindapsus exotica, and they are one of my favorite plants. He suffered a little bit of underwatering situation, so he is going to be losing a couple leaves. I think there's 3 on here that he's going to be losing, but overall he's really happy and is just shooting out new growth, constantly shooting out new growth. And the side facing the window has a lot more leaves. Okay, it is crazy. It has a whole bunch more. And it's doing really good. I'm not exactly sure what that little spot is. I need to be mindful because this, I might need to pluck that leaf off. The snake plant below is looking like it's got something funky, so I might need to move him out just to make sure it's not something that can spread to any of my other plants. But overall, he's doing good, and his leaves are just so big. And I absolutely love this plant. Yeah, this is all new growth. It's just growing like crazy for me. And it loves his little primetime spot in this window. And I know it's a lot, okay? Like, I get that, but I like it, okay? I like it. I don't feel like it's junky, okay? It's funky, okay? Is it funky, not junky? Anyways, all right, so moving on down, I do just have this other little tray table and my coffee. Hey, let's take a coffee break because I haven't even drank any of it yet. I'm gonna have to reheat my coffee, but I don't love these tray tables, but again, they're probably going to be moved out. I did end up getting this from the dollar store because it just has rings and stuff on it, and I just thought it looked nicer. I was hoping it was the same size, but it's not. But whatever, for $1.25, you know, he'll be fine. So I have another Scindapsus exotica with my friend Sasquatch right here, and he just got a drink yesterday, so he'll perk up some more. And yeah, he's gonna lose a couple leaves too from my underwatering, but overall he's doing good. And the side that's facing the window is really happy. Let me turn him around. Okay, so here is a side that's facing the window. He's probably gonna lose that leaf, but overall he's okay. He's doing pretty good. All right, I'm gonna turn him back. Then I just have this Sansevieria. Is this the Moonshine? I believe it is. But yeah, he's got a little bit of funkiness going on, so I might move him out of here. I'm not exactly sure what that's from. And this is a rescue. I almost threw this plant out. It was literally one giant long stem, and I'm glad I didn't. I just put him in this window. I had him over here behind me. We used to have like a little bookcase behind me, and he sat on that for a long time, and he's came back to life. I do really love this planter. This planter is like a wood, I don't know, it's just like a wood one. It does have a plastic liner in here. I just think this planter is really cute. So yeah. Alright, so I do have some plants in the bathroom, so I guess I'm gonna keep it 100% and show you guys what I got in there. Alright, so I have some pothos just living in here. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I do. They just live in here, and I do bathe my boy underneath these. He thinks it's very entertaining. They were in our bedroom, okay? They weren't getting enough light. And I don't know what happened to why they're living in here, but they've just been in here for like months. So I am going to move all but probably one out onto my porch now that the weather is warm. It will really appreciate it out there. They do need a drink. They are really honestly thirsty. I can just look at them and tell how they're like droopy, and oh, the leaves are so soft. So I'm going to do that today. But I do have 4 in here. Okay, there's the other one. And I don't know, I would like to put a hook in that top corner and have one just hanging in the corner all the way down. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. This guy, ooh, I don't know. He was not doing good. I'm going to chop him up. I didn't want him near my other plants because it seems to be like something funky going on. I don't know. He's just been going downhill. Like, look at how crappy that looks, okay? This is the other one of the DS70 or Bilobata. I mean, I don't even really want to propagate that, honestly. I might just try to chop it back, chop off any of these leaves. I don't know if it's underwatering, if it's a fungus, or what the heck it is. So I just moved him away over here into this corner, and he's been there for like 2 days, okay? He's been there for 2 days. But that is it. That's all the plants. I know this is crazy, okay? We don't shower in here. Like I said, I only bathe Dallas, so, you know, I can just have a jungle in my shower. And I do have this extra rod here, and that is how I water all the plants in here, and it's just, I don't know, it's really convenient. We're gonna let the daylight back in, and I just love it. This has the best views of like any room in our house, and I just love to sit in the rocking chair and look out at the wood line. It's just so nice. So time for me to go heat up my coffee. Hope you guys have a good day. There he is, hanging out. Alright, you guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed my little Dallas plant room tour, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys thought. If you guys liked it, any type of feedback is always greatly appreciated. So I will be back at you guys again soon with another planty video. Bye. Bum, 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 bum.